Hi, Next Meridian here. Welcome to our channel. As you may see, we're on a canoe right now. We're in Belgium going down the river Less. Dude! What's up? We're doing the 13 kilometers today, and we decided that because of this sunny weather and obviously the beautiful nature and canoe, we thought we'd make a little video guys about the most 7 asked questions we've received in the past few weeks and months. We get a lot of these questions coming from our family, from our friends, and from any overlanders we meet, really. And the more we talk about this trip, the more we get asked the same questions. So we've thought that making a video on the 7 questions might help people out there having the same questions get an answer to. First of all, I want to start by saying that over the 2 years that we've been preparing this trip, we've actually got comfortable with some of these questions. We're about to hit a branch, but we got comfortable with most of these questions, and so to us they seem so far away and they seem logical almost, but it's true that we were asking ourselves the exact same questions 2 years ago. Are you ready for it? All right, let's do it. First questions. Will you be quitting our jobs? Yes. We're going to be leaving for about 3 years, and so the best choice for us was really to quit our jobs and go mind-free on this trip. We both really enjoy our jobs. A lot of the colleagues that we made over the years became friends, and so we'll be keeping in touch with them, but we can't promise our employers that we will be back in 3 years or maybe even 2 years. We have no idea, so the best choice was really to quit our jobs.
Question number 2, are you going to come back home? On this question, the answer is yes and not sure. Yes, because during the trip we also want to take the opportunity of the crossings between continents, when the car will be on the cargo boat, to go back and see our families back in Europe. So in that sense, yes, we'll go back home. Not sure because at the end of our trip we don't know what we'll want to do then. Like, we think that maybe we won't want to go back to Europe, and we will have discovered new countries we're really interested in living in. So we're leaving all the options open to let ourselves be inspired and just stop somewhere if we want, or like go back to a country we really loved.
Question number 3. What will you be doing with all of your belongings? We will be giving or gifting everything we have. We don't want to keep anything other than our intrinsic value, like carpets or gifts that we've received. We want everything to be sold and gone because we don't want to stock up our parents' garage or have to book a garage for our belongings. We will also be cutting all of our subscriptions, so Netflix, or mobile subscription, any subscription we have, we will also be cutting them so that we really leave with nothing. 4. How will we be financing your trip, or how are you going to get sponsored? This trip will be fully financed by ourselves. We have been putting aside for a few years now, and on top of it, we calculated that by April 2022 will be the right amount that we will need for 3 years per our calculations, hopefully the right. To get more into the detail of that, we've actually been putting 60 to 70% of our salaries for the past years into a joint account, which is untouched. And it was much easier for us then to be able to be serious about this. And anything that we sell during the next few months will also go into that joint account. So it's locked money that we've been able to save for the trip. We have received a few sponsors, but it's more about equipment. So it's sort of reducing our costs for departure.
Question number 5. Aren't you worried about security, COVID, wars in the different countries you'll be crossing? So there's 2 parts in this question. There's the whole planning around COVID and political and security situations in countries, and the daily security concerns. On the first topic, I think the main element is to remain flexible, because already now, as we have planned our route, we see that the situation evolves everywhere around the world so much, especially with COVID, but also with the political situation of some countries. So already those days we need to redraw the routes depending on what's happening here or there. So the key here for us will be to adapt ourselves to the changing political situation and security situation around, and find alternative routes. We would be ready also to ship the cars like across seas and oceans if really we need to, because there's no way of crossing a certain country. So on daily security, I guess we will need to take it day by day and do some planning to avoid risky situation. And there is another way to address those two security elements is in the overlanding community. There's already a lot of group chats and groups on social media in general, Facebook or WhatsApp. So we're talking a lot with the other travelers to get their advice on the different countries and on basic planning to avoid security issues. So there's a lot of solidarity in this world, and we're trying to get as much knowledge as we can from there. Question number 6. What are your parents thinking about this trip? I think generally we are quite lucky because our parents are very supportive. They have some concerns, but they don't voice them necessarily a lot. I think it's mainly related to security, they're scared for us, but they're still super supportive. Like, for example, for Christmas and birthday, they help us finance the equipment we need, and they're already ready to come and meet us on the roads in the different countries. They're already saying, oh, I want to go to Argentina, or I want to go to Kyrgyzstan. So we know we'll get to see them on the road, and we're generally lucky to have such supporting families.
Number 7, why are you doing this trip? We've had multiple answers regarding the person we were talking to, but the real short answer is this one. We asked ourselves what would be the one thing we would want to do before dying, and for both of us it was doing a world tour, and that could be in the form of by canoe, or it could be by car or by boat. But we decided to do it by car because it was the best ratio in terms of countries visited, time spent, and money spent. And also the car, you can carry everything with you, sort of a tiny home. So I just feel like it's much more cozy and it feels like home. And so we both agreed that going by car would have been the best option for us. And why now, you may ask? A lot of people would say, why don't you just wait for retirement? But the thing is, that's true, we could do it then, but we thought that's really far away. And secondly, sure, we might have the money, but maybe not the energy to do it. We might not want to do the same type of trip. And right now we feel like this is what we want to do. And the money at the end, we got it. We had to put a lot on the side, but we ended up making it work. So for us, it just makes sense to go now. And the biggest reason why is that we just really, really want to do this trip right now. We can't wait to actually leave, which will be now in 4 or 5 months. So we are super excited. And since we had this dream, it was really easy to just, make it happen. It's actually much easier than you think. If you start breaking things into steps and saying, okay, how do we get to doing our world tour, for example? When you start breaking it down, it's actually much easier than you think. And so we're super excited.
Thanks for watching this video.
Thank you.
Less Belgium.
And we got a rapid waiting for us over there. So bye-bye.